Honestly, if you look at this franchise, can you say, has there been one great Pet Sematary movie? Because the original is a classic to a lot, but like in all honesty, it's okay, it's good, but none of these Pet Sematary movies have ever been great.
Here's Johnny.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Expecto Patronum!
Pet Sematary Bloodlines stars Jackson White and Natalie Adlin Lind, and it's about in 1969. Jud dreams of leaving Ludlow, Maine behind, but he soon discovers sinister secrets buried inside his town and is forced to face a dark family story. Released on Paramount Plus this weekend, we have a prequel to the recent Pet Sematary movie that came out a few years ago. This is a prequel to that. It is also a prequel, technically, if you look at it from the old movie, a story that's told in the old movie, apparently in the book, and the recent movie. Jud, the character, tells this story, just minorly, and in this movie is that story. So here we are, it's a prequel. Like I said, I've never loved the Pet Sematary movies. The first classic, I think it's kind of overrated. It's fine, it's good, but like, eh. The second one of that movie is over the top, and then the last one we got just completely didn't feel like it went there. This movie had the chance to do that, and once again, for the fourth time, in my opinion, these movies have a concept that I think is so cool that deals with grief and bringing back the loved ones that you loved back from the dead, and none of them want to go the extra mile and really do that. Of course, beginning with the positives, I think the movie is very well directed. The movie looks great. I mean, for a 2023 movie, it looks crystal clear on Paramount Plus. It's got great cinematography for the most part. The dark shadowing, when there is lighter moments, and then blood is in the color scenes, it looks really good. I truly think the movie is just really well made. I think all the actors in this movie knew their roles and they did their roles, but no one stood out. There wasn't like that one performance, like none of that. I think everyone just kind of fit the role they were in. They all were definitely like capable actors. I hope all of them go and have successful careers. A few of them that you've known from, like Elliot is the dad. I loved seeing him, but like again, every act in this movie fit the role, but no one stood out saying, wow. And besides that, there were some cool shots of kills, you know, some CGI didn't really blend well, but you know, when there are practical blood, you like it. That's about it. I mean, this movie, like I said, my big issue with all these movies, every Pet Sematary movie, that concept is just dreadful. Losing somebody. This movie is an hour and like 28 minutes, and it starts off with this kid being buried from the opening scene. Opening thing you see in this movie is this kid being buried. And then he comes back and his friends, his close friends, are like, what's wrong with him? And he's acting weird and he's very much over the top in certain scenes. But the thing is, they show flashbacks of them as kids. Imagine if this movie wasn't an hour and a half, make it 2 hours, 30 extra minutes, have it begin with them as friends, show that connection, build that relationship, really, really care. Then when he's killed and brought back, it could feel like a gut punch to them. It could feel so impactful. And then once these events start happening, it's frightening. That's not there in this movie. It's not here at all. And once we get into that, the story and this whole town knows about the cemetery, and we know the prequel, we see flashbacks, whatever. It's interesting. It's cool to see like the cemetery and like see where it came from and how these people know about it. But sometimes it's a little cheesy how they communicate on the phone and they all have to meet up and like it's the cemetery and such. It's just, this movie never went there. I just felt like it was going at a beat and it never took chances. Hell, I mean, to be honest, if you've watched any of the other previous Pet Sematary besides the original sequel, they'd say the story. Jud tells you the character story of what this movie's about. So you kind of know what happens. I mean, in the end, if you know that. People that don't know Pet Sematary and watch this movie, you might enjoy it more than me, but again, you know who Jud is, so I mean, he's not gonna die, and you kind of can pick the pieces of who's gonna die and who lives. And by the end of this movie, when it ended, I was like, I felt soulless. I felt like it felt like a cash grab. It just felt like a very, very low bar Pet Sematary movie. And in my opinion, out of the 4 that I've seen, which I think is only 4, this is my least favorite. I'm gonna give Pet Sematary Bloodlines a C-. So I can say this about the franchise, I don't think any of these movies are hot garbage, which is a good thing, but I just think all of them have potential to really hit home. None of them do, in my opinion at least. I know a lot of people that love the classic. To me, it's a little overrated, but hey, it's just my opinion. And you guys enjoyed this late review. Sorry for the late review. I had some stuff come up this weekend. If you follow me on social media, you know about that stuff, but hey, we're here together. Hug your loved ones, tell them you love them, and make sure every person you talk to today leaves with a smile. And if you guys enjoyed this video, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.